"This is perfect," said Jasmine, smiling at her best friend Tom. "Come in, Sky, and don't make a sound. We have to keep it secret from Manu." Jasmine's collie, Sky, wagged his tail and padded into the shed. Jasmine pulled the door shut. It was coming off its hinges, and the rotting wood dragged along the ground. It clearly hadn't been shut properly for years. "Sit, Sky," said Jasmine, and Sky obediently sat on the dusty floor. "I can't believe we've never been in here before," said Tom. "It will be really cozy when we've cleaned it up. Look, it's even got a window. We can bring out some old chairs," said Jasmine, "and find something for a table, and we can clear all the junk out." The shed was a small brick building with a sloping roof in the garden of the farmhouse where Jasmine lived. 2 rusting oil stoves stood in one corner next to a tangled bundle of wire and a collapsed straw bale. On a rough wooden shelf sat a couple of dusty old jam jars containing screws and nails. "Look," said Tom. "There's a mouse skeleton on the floor. Manu would love that for his collection." "We can give it to him as a present," said Jasmine. Her 6-year-old brother, Manu, kept a gruesome collection of animal bones and skulls in his bedroom. "But we won't tell him where we got it. This clubhouse is our secret." "That shelf will be perfect for books," said Tom, "and we can put our maps of the rescue centre up on the wall." It was a Friday afternoon in late October, and they had a 2-week fall break stretching out in front of them. Jasmine and Tom were planning to run an animal rescue centre when they grew up, and their new clubhouse was where they were going to work out all the details. "What should we call the club?" asked Jasmine. "The Animal Rescue Club," said Tom. Jasmine screwed up her nose. "Not very original." Then her eyes lit up. "Oh, but it's ARC for short, ARC. I think Mom told me about a rescue organisation in Kolkata with those letters too, like Noah's Ark." "Exactly," said Tom. "So it's where abandoned animals come to be safe, like you, Sky." He reached down to stroke Sky's silky fur, and Sky wagged his feathery tail across the floor. 3 months ago, Jasmine had found Sky abandoned and left to die in a hedge. She had nursed him back to health, and now he was completely devoted to her. Jasmine and Tom had also rescued a clutch of orphaned duck eggs from the riverbank in the spring after a dog had killed the mother duck. The surviving duckling, Button, was now a fully grown drake who lived happily with the free-range chickens, and Jasmine's very first rescue animal had been a tiny runt piglet that she had found on a neighbouring farm. She had called the piglet Truffle, and the sick little runt had turned into a giant sow who lived in the orchard behind the farmhouse. "I'm not allowed to keep any more animals," said Jasmine. "Mom and Dad made me promise that if I rescue any more, I have to rehome them." "Will you still be able to look after my guinea pigs at Christmas?" asked Tom. "Of course I will," said Jasmine. "Are you going to your granny's in Cornwall again?" "Yes," said Tom. "It's going to be great. She makes the best Christmas dinner ever, and we're going to swim in the sea on Christmas morning." "Swim in the sea? On Christmas Day?" said Jasmine. "Why?" Tom was about to reply when something thudded against the door. Then came frantic scratching on the wood and an ear-piercing yowl. The children looked at each other in alarm. "Sounds like a cat," whispered Jasmine. "A really angry cat," said Tom. "Maybe it's a wild cat," said Jasmine, "and it's been living in this shed, and now we've shut the door and it can't get in." The cat continued to yowl and scratch at the door. "We could tame it and have it as our club mascot," said Tom. "If it's living here, it kind of belongs to the club anyway." "That's a great idea," said Jasmine. "And I wouldn't be keeping an animal because this is its home already." "I wonder what it looks like," said Tom. They tried to peer through the cracks in the door, but the gaps were too narrow and they couldn't see the cat. "We need to let it in," said Jasmine, "if it lives here." "We'd better stand far back," said Tom. "I don't think it will hurt us. It's probably just confused because the door's shut." Tom looked doubtful. "I don't know, it sounds really fierce." "It'll be fine," said Jasmine confidently. She pushed the door open.